Welcome back to Tech. In this video, I'm gonna share 5 things I wish I'd known before becoming a sales engineer. The first thing is that sales engineers are absolutely everywhere. They can be found in any business-to-business company where the sales process is complex and requires technical explanations or heavy customizations to meet the client needs. The confusing thing is that the word sales engineer is not the same across every industry. So even though this role can be found in many different industries across software companies, but also manufacturing companies, medical devices, biotech, advertising, and many more, they're actually called completely differently. Some industries are called pre-sales engineers, post-sales engineer, sales consultant, field application specialist, and many more names. I've got a video actually where I talk about why pre-sales is so confusing. You can check it out. The second thing I wish I'd known is that actually sales engineers do not need to be software engineers or developers in order to do the job. I had this misconception that sales engineer was an extremely technical role. They would imply a lot of heavy coding, but the reality is that sales engineers are primarily in the sales process, and so their primary goal is to close deals. There will be occasional times, and depending on the company, where you will be required to do some coding or start developing, but typically there are way more vertical professions inside the organization. For example, in my company, there are solutions architects, launch consultants, and product managers and developers. And so if something like that was to be required, then typically there is always a more even technical figure that would do that instead of you. This is not the same in every company, so I would make sure to check out the job description and speak to people that have worked there to see if coding is a requirement. Based on my experience working in e-commerce technology, actually understanding concepts like APIs and integrations, cloud technology, infrastructure, security topics, and basic front-end programming languages is way more important than actually knowing how to develop on those. Also, it's very important that a sales engineer is very curious about topics and is able to learn fast. Sales engineers also need to have a big technology acumen, being able to read technical documentation, being able to explain complex concepts in very simple terms. These are way more important skills than actually being a full stack developer. The third thing is how important it is to know the sales process in and out. Before joining and becoming a sales engineer, I knew nothing about B2B sales. And so when I joined my role, I had to quickly learn what is the sales cycle. What are the different stages? How certain deals are being originated? Are they outbound deals, inbound deals? At which stage of the process am I getting involved into the deal? The more you understand the deal cycle and also how sales as a discipline works, what is forecasting, why certain deals take longer, what are the key KPIs that we are tracking, both in terms of how the deal is being counted and compensated. Is it based on revenue? Is it based on number of deals? Is it based on profit? But also, what does it take to close a deal? Why certain deals may be slower, and maybe in these certain deals, we can put more attention with the client, we can nurture the client and make sure we can close them faster. The better you know the sales cycle and all the KPIs associated with it, the better you're going to be at your job. At the core, in your day-to-day, your dynamic duo, the big partnership is going to be between yourself and the account executive, who is a salesperson. And so making sure that you know this in and out is going to be crucial. Number 4, communication and storytelling is a key skill. I had not realized this before becoming a sales engineer, and I did not realize how important it is to tell stories and to really being able to communicate really effectively. Pretty much, I would say more than half of your time is going to be spent either communicating internally to internal stakeholders, your account executives, and to external stakeholders, prospects, partners. So it is very important that you are extremely strong at storytelling. You're going to do storytelling during pitches, during demos, or you're going to do storytelling during workshops. So make sure that this is a skill that you nurture and that you train for. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, I will be running a webinar next month talking about my experience becoming and growing in my career as a solutions engineer. If this is something that could be interesting for you and you want to learn more about working in tech, don't forget to subscribe to the free webinar that I will be running. I will be putting the details in the comments below. Bye bye.